I hope I find you well. Right, I've just come here to give you some updates regarding things that some people don't even know. Right, the last, it's the not as social media. But as social media, to current affairs, we are very much up to date in regards to every transparency. So at the end of the day, the position stands like Team Gaza versus Team ED. Let's go. The position stands like Team Gaza has been disseminated. They have been torn apart. They have been brought down heavily. They might not even tell you that. He came out, cited that we have had a small hiccup and some hitches there. We are trying to sort them out, and very soon we're going to be coming. Right. Let me tell you exactly what happened. Team Gaza, while they were working Mnangagwa Mabunu, but he's failing to come and account or even tell people that he is part of them or they knew each other. Because right now he has no one to trust. Remember, this is politics. And you are playing against somebody who I once said, the only sport that he knows is politics. The only religion that he knows is politics. The only profession that he knows is politics. And the only lifestyle that he knows is politics. The guy's name or the gentleman's name is E.D. Mnangagwa. That's all he knows. Nothing else. He has just been into politics. He eats, breathes, and sleeps politics. So when things are happening, you must know that you are dealing with a master when it comes to politics. Even at a point when you think he's down, he can be down, but if you don't get him out, he will come back, and he will come back very strong. So here is what has happened in the Gaza camp that has been affected by the ED camp. The guy of it, who most people know as Mnangagwa Mabunu, whose real name is Wellington Masia, and on some other documentation he's quoted as Jeremiah Wellington Masia, whose date of birth has always been confused in two. The one stating that he was born in 1987, the other one stating that he was born in 1977. What's more, it is said that there have been some paperwork from the Interpol. But at this point in time, I can tell you that Interpol is not very much involved in all of this. Don't try and paint them black. They are not involved in all of this. It is just a game of politics that's being played. Obvious, that's why they say politics is a dirty game. I always urge people to keep quiet. If you are Zimbabwean, just be patriotic. Following a person, make sure you follow them when they've given you assurance of where you are going with them, and make sure you push them to lead from the front, not just to help them to put you in front. You become the victim and they still remain and start something new again. The Gaza effect has actually been watered down, if not destroyed or shattered. And here are the facts. Gaza. While they were building all this, obvious, you can't just do this without having somebody greasing your hands. Wellington was being given monies by somebody there. The guy's name is said to be Honest Shumba, or the guy's name can fully be pronounced as Honest Shumba Sibanda. They have come to realize that the guy was part of the intelligence, which is from the opposite side that they were fighting. He is the guy that has been greasing the hands of Mnangagwa Mabunu. Yet publicly he's coming and saying, I don't get money from nobody. I don't take money from nobody. You see, this is what I don't like about people when they are leading and lying. Tell people the truth, so that if you are to be advised or to be helped, let people help you from what I call an honest point of view, or a truthful point of view. So people will help you if you tell them the truth. But if you lie, then something happens that implicates money. You get yourself in trouble. Right now he's struggling to get money for solicitors, as covered by the media that's covering all these stories. He's failing to get money to pay the solicitors. Today he was in court. Having been in court, was it today? Yesterday he was in court. Having been in court, the solicitors actually had to represent him, but without any payment made. So basically, His case is now owing the solicitors. How can you be a frontman and yet you're not resourced or financially supported, or you're not backed up by the people that you're leading? You are representing certain people who are supposed to stand up for you when the going gets tough. But at this point in time, he has just been left isolated. The guy of it is in trouble. The trouble comes like, the guy, Honest Shumba Sibanda, is said to have been giving him money, greasing him, also encouraging him that he pushes people to go on demonstrations, stay away, everything. So because of the greasing, he started to trust the person. And guess what? Some people are somewhat daft. You've never met the person. Just because he's been giving you money, you're trusting the person. And before you know it, from wherever he lives or he stays or used to stay, let me say where he used to stay, he traveled by himself into Joburg, had a meeting with somebody, met at the airport. In the process of discussion, then things didn't go well. And that's where all hell broke loose. And the guy claimed his money from Nyoka Mabunu, saying that he has been played down by Nyoka Mabunu and has been conned off his money, and he was so willing to be getting his money back. Because Nyoka Ngazna Chilu Mumbudu, he had nothing in his pocket. Police had to be called at the scene, and that's the case that got Nyoka to go. Now that Nyoka is in court, they think things are not looking good. And I'll tell you why. He goes on then to, knowing that now obvious extradition is going to be the next move. He then goes on to seek asylum in South Africa, which they call Asylum. In seeking Asylum, there's things that is stated, which I want you to scrutinize. Which to me, if this case is taken seriously in court in South Africa, it doesn't stand any chance of winning the case in South Africa, unless otherwise they change the position. He says during the ousting of the late former Zimbabwean president, Robert Gabriel Mugabe, he was said to be siding with the late president, and in the process he was captured and tortured together with his wife, saying that even a boot was put in his wife's head in his presence. That alone led to the death of his wife. As if that was not enough, he then said he then managed to escape to South Africa. This is 2017 when he says he escaped to South Africa. If he had been running from the regime that had beaten his wife so badly that 1 year down the line the wife went on to pass away, why didn't he go and seek asylum in South Africa straight away? So from 2017, from the time he claims he ran from Zimbabwe to South Africa, from this regime, he never went to seek asylum. He went and started to just stay or live in South Africa. Now that he has been mobilizing people to be on the road to demonstrate against the ED movement, right, which is pushing for the 2030 agenda, him becoming very popular, he lost it in the process, got a very big following on his WhatsApp platforms, on his social media handles, and he was becoming the talk of the town. You cannot deny that. The guy was becoming loud, as if he's amplified. And now, before you know it, knowing that now he's caught by the police and the claim has been put that he's owning somebody, not 25,000 USS was being claimed, but 24,000 rands, which is for a double set of couches, sofas, which is claimed he had made for another guy, Honest, I think. In that process, knowing that he stands no chance of getting out of this, he then went on to seek asylum. And we are in 2025. So from 2017 to 2025, we are 8 years down the line. The guy never sought asylum. And now he's fearing for his life if he goes to Zimbabwe, because his former wife, because he's now married to somebody else and has got kids and is residing in Port Elizabeth. No, now the position is, he is now calling over to say, if I go to Zimbabwe, I had a case that happened in 2017, which led to the death of my first wife in 2018. If I go, I'm going to be butchered. because I'm known to have been siding with the late President Robert Gabriel Mugabe. Why did he have to wait 8 years before he made the asylum claim? And why now? Is it because of this case now, that because he knows that is wanted in Zimbabwe because of his rant? If he was to seek asylum, let me do an analysis here for you. If he was to seek asylum, he should have sought asylum in 2017 at the point of escape. But now, because there's an outstanding issue, he's creating a scenario or an issue, whether it happened or not, of 2017 to be the lead case into his asylum claim. He should have just been honest straight off and say, right, I've been here illegally. I don't know why people complicate things. He should have just said, I've been in South Africa illegally. But now with this accusation, which is claiming to be false accusation, but now with this accusation before me, I am seeking asylum. Yeah, you are allowed to seek asylum at point of call, any minute, any time, as long as you've got facts that can base up on you. Should have said, here's my WhatsApp group. I have created this group. I'm the one who's making louds to make sure that ED's 2030 agenda be broken down. I'm the one who's leading the movement. The evidence is there on social media. That's what he should have said. Had he done that, then that case would have opened for asylum, would have been up for Asylum in South Africa, would have been opened straight away, referencing to things that he's got documentary evidence for. Now he's going to be faced up with a big master question. Why now are you seeking asylum over an incident that happened in 2017? And we are almost a decade down the line, and you're now seeking asylum, fearing for your life, yet you were here illegally. It can be thrown out easily, just like that. So let it be a lesson to some people. In case, I don't know where you are, in case you're seeking asylum somewhere or asylum somewhere, your things have got to be well lined up, well documented, and well evidenced for you, for your claim to be having weight and to be validated. So the position that he is in right now is not a health position. If his asylum is denied, he can be deported. And obviously, when he's deported, there is a pan with cooking oil boiling there, ready to roast him, because he has been a big mouth on the international scene, fighting people who have got a backbone, very strong. I don't know why people close eyes to certain things that's always been said. The sitting president said, every system in Zimbabwe, I created it. I'm the godfather of the systems. These are the questions that I kept asking you all these years. That you can have opposition in Zimbabwe. I know some people have become very unpopular because I tell you the truth. But what I know, the Bible says, it's only by the truth that shall set you free. What some people don't get to realize is, don't be used to front when you don't have what I call the assurance from people that's sending you to the front. How can this guy not have 2,000 US to pay for the solicitor fees? Yet he's representing a very big organ, from what we are hearing, a very big organ that has made louds in Zimbabwe, calling for ED 2030 issue to be dropped. I don't think Gaza can fail to have the 2,000. If he doesn't have, the people that's backing him are supposed to be able to. Why is he not paying? And yet he has been communicating with this guy. That's why I said the two sides, the ED side and the M31 side led by Gaza, where he's claiming that their head is the VP, the retired Army General, Constantine Gouveia Chiwenga, Dominic Nyikadzino Chiwenga. Why can't they come up with little monies just to help the boy, if he is their boy, honestly? This is where you start to see that politics can politic you if you are not careful. So if you don't benefit anything from politics, let me tell you from today, just be patriotic. Don't speak anything negative. Just live your life. Manage with the direction of the wind. Yeah? Regardless of how much the wind blows towards you, just navigate your way forward through the forcing wind until you're on both feet, knowing that you are stable and you are going. politics should have taught some people a very good lesson from this. Who was Nyoka Mabuno standing for, fighting for, and representing? And if there was, why are they still keeping quiet to this very day? The fear that's gone into Gaza camp. Now, some people that they were conniving with, which includes honest Shumba Sibanda, who I want to believe might be known personally to Gaza, because Gaza used to work in the system. Don't forget that. I want to believe Gaza knows this guy. So seeing that this guy is actually brought down what they call was what they were calling the movement, he is no longer trusting nobody. That's why he can't come and do the lives to entertain people. That's why he can't even come here and continue to constantly be butchering and telling people things. And he calls it a small drawback. I don't think there's going to be any bigger drawback than this. This is not a small drawback, Gaza. This is a major drawback to your drive. Also, my question to you, if Constantine Guvea Kadzino Chiwenga, the retired army general, the former minister of health, the deputy president, if he was the man that you are backing up, honestly, should have done something about this. Indirectly, even without involving himself or making himself to come to on the public forum, he should have just helped some. He should have done something to help this guy with 2,000. At this point in time, I want to believe in Inimangi as a pastor. Now, I want to believe this guy now, Nyoka Yamabunu. I would have but you know what, young man? You have learned a lesson. Don't front things for people. These people, they benefit and you don't. I remember I was speaking to some other young people telling me that, you know what, we were used to front, but you could see money is flying, but we were never given any penny. And I said, so because you're not given any pennies, what were you expecting? They said, we're only clinging now on the hope to say, if the person that we are supporting gets into power, maybe he will remember us. But the person that they were pushing and advocating for just went quiet and never came back. And I think you know who I'm talking about, right? So don't be used to play front. It's your life in danger. I don't want to believe that the president's door is a very difficult door to go and knock on. I've seen people go there and knock, had it open. I don't think it's a difficult. Go on his door, knock. If you believe and feel there's a challenge, go and get it addressed. I remember when he started in office, he was a very open person, very, very open person. It only started after the White City bombing attempt. Oh, that one. Hey, it unraveled some feathers and it caused destabilization and mistrust within the team. But other than that, everything seemed to have started so well. So let's wait and see. There's also another person who's coming back now, and I can rightfully tell you this, make an announcement that the guy is coming back. Asylum is now coming back. So you've got to be looking up to the Asylum files. You know the Lumumba files? Ace is a very interesting character. So start to subscribe on his channel. He's not very far away from the truth most of the time. He's 95% there. So we are heading into some very interesting moments. And it empties